Alright. Hello. Ready to continue with some Alan Wake today. Hey, QWERTY, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Yeah, you're here early. You're not here in the last 10 minutes of stream. There we go. Well, that's good.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
The truth. Oh my.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Still got that tweed jacket on. Couldn't pry it for me even for when I was unconscious.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Get that chair in the corner. Oh god. Person.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Still so wild. Lower that a little bit more. Oh, I remember what I did last time. Never mind.
Pet
I had to
gorilla
turn
with
down
you.
the DPI on
It's a
my actual
shout-out.
mouse.
I
There
get
we
the
go. That's a
message.
little better.
Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out
Emerson.
for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron
So
Lake Lodge. I
lame.
specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
What do you not want me to see over here? A bear! My god. What the fuck?
Now, Alan,
No.
from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind?
Aha!
You're
Escaping!
by nature, Alan.
Oh.
We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Oh, this is elaborate and ostentatious.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny,
That came in
I don't
quick.
recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you
echoed
constructed
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
What about you, crazy man?
Scary, scary, scary.
Oh my. So scary.
Emerson,
Too spoopy. Too spoopy. Oh my god.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please.
I'm scared of him.
Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
Ooh,
that's
thermos.
Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow strike.
games.
Ooh,
It's trash, of course, but it does involve some
Get 'em to the
small
head.
creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Is this supposed to be like Roland Emerson or something like that? Okay, crazy lady. I'm gonna go get that coffee thermos. Aha! I have escaped. Fuck you, Hartman. Mm-hmm. TV.
Alan, please, this way.
What coffee? Coffee. What's that blinking?
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Ugh. Coffee. I shall claim your furnaces. Your furnaces? That's a word, but not the right
Come,
word.
Alan, this way. Now.
How about you,
You
crazy
might
lady?
have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Oh my. Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you'll voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy, trademark, and its sister method, the flow, trademark, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Oh my. Bear in mind, there's fucking bears everywhere.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming.
Oh god. Oh god.
What a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't.
Oh.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I want a squeaky hammer like Thor.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clear.
Wait till he's done.
Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula, local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like Moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed leather patches on the elbows. That's not very rock
Don't-
and roll.
Don't
Bob's
you
just
talk
lost
bad
his
about my
all.
tweed jacket.
Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all, taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She
Hugin
took
and Mugen.
something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Yeah, Gordy Hammerman is Thor, like Thor.
So tired.
And that's Odin.
Built the farm close to the lake.
I do like how they're playing the Night Springs board game. It is funny.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Emil?
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion.
Yeesh.
Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
A damn leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
But yeah, the band that does, well, you'll see a little later, I guess.
Wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now and I don't want to disappear.
Oh, good for you, crazy man. How about you, Painter Boy?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's
these are
very
horrifying.
proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
No.
Because they're not scared of me, and everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Good try using my first name, you dick. Oh my.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
It's not good. Got quiet. I don't like that.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Here it comes.
Here's a friendly poke from me old little witch.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they? Ha ha!
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
That's when Barry found out he liked butt play.
It's my store. I'm taking it.
Oh my, Tor, what are you doing? What have you done?
We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Holy
Sinclair
fuck,
looked
Tor.
bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard.
Backstage is all
If she was one of
yours,
Hartman's
Tom.
goons, she had
Seize
it coming.
your destiny.
I could
No,
get
she
the key to
didn't.
The office wing from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's
Come
office.
out and
He had
face
taken
the
all my
music
manuscript
first.
pages.
It's time to
That's
pay
where
the
he'd been keeping them.
piper.
Damn it, Tor, he can't just beat women with the damn hammer.
Out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for it, since you're so tough, Birch.
We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen punks like you before?
God damn it, guys. We gotta be like this. No, that's not what I need to do.
Kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor.
Oh,
Just ask Sinclair.
this is Emerson's room. Death rally. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about in here? Nope, can't get in there. I can get in here though. This is Painting Man's room, right? Yeah. Okay, so this way is not the way to go. Right through here. Nope. Already I've lost. I'm lost in the crazy house. Oh, here we go. Boop.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Oh, we're gonna grab this first.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
It was Hartman with Mott, that bastard. There's some terrifying paintings.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here.
Literally. He preys on my fears a lot.
Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
So Hart was the asshole all along. That's awful. That's horrifying. I don't like it.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna do your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously!
Do I really want to let Barry out?
Trouble you're in. I am famous. I represent celebrity.
Barry?
Why are you?
Ow! About time!
Why are you talking to the back of my cardboard
Glad
cutout?
to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Wow. Petty, Barry. Real petty.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability in mind.
Wow. That's dark, Al. That's pretty fucking dark. The window. No, the door. Like a sane person. Oh, God. Oh, I have to... Oh, that's not good. Come on. Yeah. Take that, you son of a bitch. Oh God, it's still not... Ah. Come on. Hopefully one more does it. Ah, piss. Damn it. Ouch. Ouch. Wait. Flares, I need that. Thank you. Don't I have a flashlight? Oh. Thanks for the flare, I guess.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
So he's just taking money from these people's creations that they make in his clinic. That's pretty scummy. TV? Is this a car commercial? That was literally just a car commercial. Wow. It's all commercials. Oh my. The product placement is real.
Applications, Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports scores, news. It's all at your fingertips. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless can satisfy your never-ending appetite for apps.
Wow.
Check out Cast apps and load up your phone.
They're literally just like, hey, we'll put commercial in the game for you. Give us money for this game, please. In here? No. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's not good. Come on. Come on, darkness ball. Heh. Ow!
I'm here.
Fantastic, Barry.
Hey, come on. You gotta get going.
I have to search for thermoses and pages, Barry. I need them. I know you're over there. Hey, you gotta quit shining that crap around. It's confusing me. Got some batteries. So how's work going for you, Qwerty?
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look at
Oh my. Oh boy. Ow. Yeah, Qwerty, that doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, geez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
I'm only going to be a chemistry teacher. I don't have to mess with that complex data structure or anything like that. So, Qwerty, do you know how to always get out of a maze?
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
Oh, God. See, I learned it was the left wall, but either works, I guess. Want to know where I learned that? I learned it from the Ronald McDonald little video cartoon that you got at one point for getting a bunch of Happy Meals and stuff. Or I think you could buy them separately.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite chapter in the whole game. I remember now.
Al, be careful! I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
good. Oh god. Oh my god. Spooky hedge mazes. That's cheating! Cheater. Oh my god, just... What the f... The lag this gets sometimes. I know my computer is not having trouble running this game. But my god.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most
Hey Qwerty, I'm gonna
therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm.
plug something in. Tell me if you can hear it.
And he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
I plugged in since I'm on a laptop, I have it on a fan tray. So I just plugged in the fan tray. I was wondering if you can hear it kind of in the background at all. Just to keep it from overheating or anything like that. I got this game. It has some issues. You know what? I think I might actually switch to controller. Gordy, that sounds absolutely awful. But it seems to wonk out less if I'm using the controller. So I think I'll just stick with this. It was originally made for a controller anyway. Last wonk is always the best. Oh boy. Oh god. Ow. Dumb birds. I just killed my therapist. That... I'm sure that has no lasting issues, right? It's always fine to kill your therapist. Kids, don't go out and kill your therapists. It's not good. I don't need your path. Danger birds is right. Birds are always danger birds. How good, a shotgun. Perfect therapeutic material.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
You know, it seems to suggest I missed one back here. Between the shed there and the hedge maze. And that, god damn, this tweed jacket weighs so much. Oh, fuck. Don't do that. What the hell? I shouldn't have to deal with more of you. Fuck it. Take everything up here? I think so. How much longer is your internship, Cordy? Six more weeks? That's not bad. So that's, I'm guessing, like a, ugh, fuck! Tree boy. It's like a, what, a 12-week internship? And that's part of your course, right? Should be. Like your program for college. Oh, really? I'm actually running out of batteries. That's not good.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down.
Okay. I remember talking about that, yeah.
The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
You think they're gonna offer you a job once you finish college, or? Oh god. Yeah, it's usually pretty nice to know you have a job waiting for you out of college. Should be nice. I guess I've never experienced that.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. "Sleep well, Alan," Hartman whispered with a smile. "Let me take care of you." He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up. And
Barry?
It's kind of loose in the lock, so,
Barry?
I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it. It's gotta be here. Hang on, Al. Oh, hey, found a corner.
Damn it, Barry! He has the fucking cutout. God damn it.
You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I mean, skin cancer or darkness possession. Which would you prefer?
But that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it.
Look out!
And they're both dead. Yep, game over.
Damn it, Al, talk to me.
My tweed jacket protected me.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry! Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you
Thank
okay?
God.
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
I don't know, QWERTY. This game has taught me just always wear a tweed jacket and always carry a flashlight.
It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch
Is
up
he?
with Barry.
He's carrying the fucking cutout. My God. Why do you hate trees, Darkness? Why do you hate nature? Oh, piss. Oh, no. That's not good. That's... Oh, God. I don't have a flashlight. That's bullshit. Ow. Alan, if you could have a little more hustle, that would be appreciated. Ow. Heal me by the power of photosynthesis.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Ow. Nope. Nope. There we go. Not good. Not good. Ow. Come on, Alan. Bust the muscle. I mean, how many people do you know that can take a minecart to the face?
I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
He's a damn writer. He knows I can't read. I hate all writers. That's what I'm assuming Nightingale's problem is. He can't read, and he hates writers because they make books, which he hates because he can't read. Oh, I remember.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Trust no one in the dark. Well, yeah. Thanks. I gotta go... head that way. Okay. Alright, Alan. And for a lovely jaunt through the woods. I mean, thanks for the health tips. Ow. This is bullshit. Damn it, Alan, faster!
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
This guy's the most lackadaisical about his own fucking survival I've ever seen. Come on, turn it on. Would you piss off? Alan, I hate you sometimes. I really do.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking. The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Oh my. God?
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
No fantastic bear traps. That's not good.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Don't you love America, where you can just go into the woods and probably find a shotgun with ammo? Damn it, Alan, run!
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No, don't! I'm sorry!
So... that's not Barry.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
And now he's dead. That's fantastic. Ah, balls.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape.
So you're not hearing any background noise, are you, Brady? Like a fan?
I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Why is this closed now? Okay. That's not a good sound. Hi, buddy.
Let me guess. Danny, huh? The front door was locked. room was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated, an emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
There's a basement. That's not how you dress a deer, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry, QWERTY. Yeah, this is... I don't know, this looks like something just gnawed on the damn thing. This is not how you dress a deer. At all. I don't even know what those are, QWERTY, so you're already one step ahead of me.
Wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm gonna go up this way instead of going to the farm first. I'll get that on the way back down. Oh boy. That doesn't sound good, QWERTY.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
What song you got for us tonight, Pat? Just some spooky shit? Read the environment, man. Alright. This doesn't look like it just ends, like I thought it did. So now we're gonna go back for that little cabin. Because there could be... The fuck? Oh, I thought it was a deer. I was like, my god, the deer are coming after me. So where's the spooks gonna come in? There's always spooks. Where are the spooks? Spooks up here? Spooks? Oh god. What the fuck? So I'm guessing it was more complicated than just doing the reverse of what you did before. Oh no. Just needed for a loop instead of a for loop instead of a for loop. That's very confusing, Cordy. It's very confusing. Hey, we got a nice farm full of shadow demons in the middle of the dark. What could go wrong? I don't like this. Ah! What? Is he your daughter too? Whenever someone starts talking about coding, I just feel dumb. Like, I just feel dumb.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
One of the best parts of the game.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them all! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is... Al! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Nope, I forgot those flashbangs now. Yeah. So, I love this part because this is supposed to be those two old guys. Like, this is their music, supposedly. But they got the Poets of the Fall to do it. And this is how I learned about them. And now they're like one of my favorite bands. Yeah, rock out, Barry.
No, no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Yeah. Ow.
Please don't let me go. This is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo! Now, this is the most awesome entire life. They are trying to kill us. That's the high point of my life. Children of the Elder God! Giant God! Oh, I missed.
Yeah, Barry, you did. Oh, I love that part of the game. And then they just blow up their shed because...
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Now, I'm not going to say Left 4 Dead 2 stole their stage sequence from Alan Wake, but I'm going to say it.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one stuck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
I'm telling you, Cordy, Left 4 Dead 2 directly stole the idea of a stage, like, holdout from Alan Wake. They played it and they were like, God damn, this is one of the best parts of the entire game, and I love it so much. We need to put it in our game. But we can't have music because we're shitty.
No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right
Thank
where
God.
I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been his biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Pretty sure I saw something back this way when I was looking over the cliff. Yeah, this was it.
As the deputies hauled Wake and Wheeler away, Agent Nightingale eagerly examined the stack of papers Wake had been carrying. It was incomplete, a collection of random pages, but there was enough. He saw his own name in there, among others. His hands shook with emotion. Finally, it was proof. He had been right all along.
That writers are evil people. They should all die, right, Nightingale? I like the idea that he can't actually read the pages. He just saw his own name in there and was like, oh my god, that's me! Oopsie daisy. Yep.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has
up,
something to
up.
say. What's that, Al? Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Shoot him, Alan. Shoot him. There you go. And, my shins.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al? They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
What? Oh, shit.
Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Barry, I've lost even more respect for you. I didn't think it was possible, but I have. You should be ashamed of yourself. Hey, want to watch an episode of Night Springs?
We all spend
Night Springs, man!
somewhere between fantasy and
Hey, remember when I got you that gig?
The
Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Jeez. What? What? Damn, Night Springs. You and your existential crises. Crises? Crises? Crises. It's crises. I do like the idea that Alan was a, basically a writer for the Twilight Zone before he started writing books.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Oh my.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
A battering ram, you say? This, the old gods of Asgard, 1975 Ragnarok tour. Be awed by celestial wrath and fury. Seattle, Bakersfield, Long Beach, New York, Detroit, Jacksonville, Tampa, New Orleans, Baton Rouge. No. Detroit's the closest to me. Damn it. Oh, I can kick the hay. Whee! Hey, physics. I thought that was something I could pick up. Come on, Viking boat. Ooh. Hello, extra person here. I see the viewers, I just don't know who it is. Thanks for the help, Barry. I mean, it is, yeah. You want to come up from behind there? There you are. Up. You're a speedy one. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, why'd I have to get you way over there?
I think we can make it through here, Al!
You just didn't notice any of that, Barry? Make it through where? The chicken coop? So how are you, mystery person? I almost got zapped. That isn't good. Hey Barry, how you doing? You having fun over there? Boop. I have dispelled the spooky truck. So when are you heading back to your girlfriend's again, Cordy? Is it next week or is it this coming week? I suppose it is, what, Wednesday already?
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
You mean the moonshine still? I like how Barry saw the moonshine still and he was like, ooh.
Be careful, Al!
Thank you, Barry. Never would have thought to do that before you shouted up to me to be careful. Where would I be without you, Barry? Hi, buddy. At least I don't have to actually protect Barry. What the hell is that noise? Oh, I can't shoot out the windows. Ah, it's a radio.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, you know what? I wanna know more about Mulligan and Thornton. They sound like an amazing duo. That's who I want more story on. Mulligan and Thornton. Itchy eye. Oh, God.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
The goods. Got a combine here. How do I open? Oh, I suppose I gotta go. Oh no. Oh no. I like how Alan Wake's boss battles are just with heavy machinery. I suppose you're right, Gordy. Heavy machinery can be very scary. There we go. That wasn't so bad. This heavy-duty flashlight really works very well. Do you get it for any other part of the game? I don't think so, sadly. Is there anything over here? Don't think so. No, I suppose I gotta go through here. Since he was so kind to open it up for me. Oop, oop. There we go. Do I mess with this? Nope, I do not mess with that.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah,
Nope.
it's me. Hang on. I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
Hey, what's the holdup? Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies.
Yes, Barry, allergies is
Come
what
on,
we should be
Al,
worrying
open the door
about.
already. Seriously. Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey,
Like how I just
think
shoulder
that's the farm
rush
on
it.
the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Valhalla.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
And that's a pretty badass looking house, I gotta admit. Old gods know the truth. Just gonna take a look-see outside here. This is a big area to not have anything. There we go. But yeah, I'd noticed that the game runs a lot better when you're using a controller. It's not so laggy and doesn't freak out as much. That's nice. I'll probably keep going with the controller then, since it seems to work better. Really, there's nothing in these woods? This is a big area to have absolutely nothing in. I feel a little cheated, not gonna lie. A little hurt. Oop. There, nothing over there.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Has this garbage been sitting here since the freaking 80s?
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on it. He's so impatient.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course, we need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be, what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right, must be. Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
The appropriate response.
I'm sorry, man. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, god damn it.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know.
Right, QWERTY? That's pretty fantastic.
Okay. We're gonna make it okay.
I really wish you hadn't brought that damn cutout, Barry. Hmm? Ah. Hmm? I am the camera now.
I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming. It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Spooky.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Oh my.
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
Run, Alan, run! She's after your tweed jacket.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But but he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Oh my.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used.
Oh man. I forgot some of that part.
Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace.
I love this game. I forgot how good it was, to be honest.
The blackened ways. Till in the stillness of wonder and still in its misty crown.
Previously on.
But I think that's a good time to stop. It's just about time I need to start making supper anyway, so gotta do that. So yeah, we'll keep going with this. Next time, we'll probably just go tomorrow. Start thinking of Wordy, if you want to start thinking of some other games I can play that you would at least enjoy watching or listening to, however you're doing it. Go ahead and let me know in the Discord. And I've got a couple ideas myself too. But I'll see you later. Nier, which one? Automata or just regular Nier? I'm assuming you're talking about Automata. Yep, Automata. That is fun. I haven't played it all the way through. I don't think I've even beaten it once. I got past the desert area part where you meet like the perfect android guy who looks human but he's a robot. I got just past that. So like not very far into the game at all. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I could remote play it, I suppose. Do I still have it, right? Pretty sure I do. But I will see you guys. Oh, my mail tells me I have things. I will see you guys next time. See you later.